Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the program, The Advocate. My name is Jack Vincent Fidelis and I'm your host. On the program today, as usual, we shall be deliberating on issues of anti-corruption and accountability in governance. With me to discuss this issue, I have Mr. Isa Bambur Jr. Mr. Isa Bambur Jr. is the CEO of Begel Digital World. They deal in security gadgets. Mr. Isa, you're welcome. And I have, as usual, members of the audience. They will be contributing their own quota in the course of the program. My wonderful audience, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
How prevalent is corruption and lack of accountability in governance?
I would say it's 75% when you talk about the level of corruption in the nation. The truth is that the corruption has gone far beyond what we can think or imagine. A lot of people, what is reigning in their heart is how to corrupt or defraud someone. So looking at it, I think if we can be critical or rationally, I think we can set the level of corruption, especially in Nigeria, is very, very high. It's not something that you can just walk up overnight and say you can stop it. It's something that has been on ground for long, on ground, and it's just that the now is manifesting now. The thing is manifesting now. And many people thought that the corruption just started recent. No, the corruption not started recent. It started long before now. A lot of people have been doing it, but they are doing it silent. It's these days that everything comes to the show of people, that people see the corruption as everybody. In fact, let me say this way, like even the small children these days. I was watching something from the social network. A small girl, she has not up to 2 years. Somebody is coaching her how to defraud someone. I was wondering if children like this will start such kind of things at this age, in the next 50 years, where are we heading in Nigeria? So it means we have grown to some certain level that we are even proud that we are corrupt or even corrupting our children, which is not supposed to be. So to me, I would say the level of corruption in Nigeria truly no joke. Shows is beyond expectation that we can kill it overnight. When you talk about accountability, the reason why there is no accountability in Nigeria because there is no continuity. Continuity in the sense that you discover that most of the people, or let me say, anytime we have a new government, you check out their plan for the year or the plan for the entire thing. You discover that there is no continuity for what the other person has done and stop halfway for him to finish it. You want to execute his own, or you want to set his own platform, or you want to continue with his own new ones. Then you discover that when you talk about accountability, it's just automatically zero. Somebody can give a contract, he cannot go there and supervise it. They will just bring a paperwork, picture something from somewhere and just present it. Because you are too lazy, you cannot go and supervise it. You just pick the thing and start running with it. Well, the actual things has not been done. So if I will say about continuity, or let me say about the accountability, we need to wake up as Nigeria.
Okay, sir. You have raised topical issues.
Yes.
Issues worthy of deliberation.
Very well.
And I'll commend you for that. So, from your experience, because I understand you have a stint with the EFCC, an anti-graft agency. From your experience, do you see this? How can these things be combated? All these concerns you've raised.
Yeah.
How can we combat it? How can we fight it?
Yeah, we can fight the corruption. There is a different ways to fight corruption. I think that when we talk about the fighting of corruption, most of the time we set the agency that in charge of that. They are the only one to fight out corruption. When you look at it, fighting of corruption is not one man business. It's a teamwork. It's a teamwork. If we can come together and fight corruption, we can bury that thing overnight. Yes, there is a slogan in EFCC. One time I was going through the back of their booklet and I saw it say, if you see something, say something. And EFCC, we do something.
Good.
No, what they are saying now that this work, even though it's entrusted in our hands, but we are not the only people to fight it. You have the part to play, and we have the part to play. So when we see things and we cover up, a lot of things go wrong, not because of anything, because of our family or relative, they are involved in it. So we find it so difficult to report to the agency there that are in charge of that, so that the things will not affect us. You discover your children, your child is misbehaving, you go and come back, you come back with many things that you know that these things are wrong to the society. But because you are afraid that your name will be tarnished, that your child has been taken with the EFCC, you will refuse to report it, which is very, very wrong. So when you talk about fighting corruption, I think all of us will come together, both the agency, all the people will come together. I think when we come as a team, we can break it down.
All right. Thank you very much. I understand that your organization deals with security gadgets. What are these gadgets?
My company deals with short gadgets for long period of time, and the reason of that, there is some. For now, say the trust in Nigeria is just let me say 50-50. Before in Nigeria, you can wake up overnight, you have a what do you call it? You have a emergency call in the night. You can just move and go there and come back. Nothing happens to you. Before, if people are traveling, they're just thinking of thieves on the road, armed robbers on the road. But these days, it's not even armed robbers they are thinking about, not because of anything, but because of a lot of things go wrong. So we deals with those gadgets. Like there was a time I think I have a challenge with my car. So I parked outside. A young man came and met me. He said, "Son, he finished greeting me. After he finished all those kind things, I look at him and say, that's very good." The young man went and he goes his way, and he came back with other guys. Something told me that this guy that he greet you like this now, like he needs money. So I refuse to give money because I don't want to implicate myself. Let know the man knows that I have money with me. So he went. When he come back, before he came back, I have a security eyeglass. So I put the security eyeglass on record. But most of the times, if I'm taking a driving to a long play, I put it on the security recording. So whatever I'm doing, I'm recording. When I come back, I will check it. So that time when the young man left, I put the what do you call this? The space on the record. And when they came back, it's only God help me, but they dealt with me very well. They dealt with me very, very well. And they pick what they would pick and they left. They didn't carry the car, but they carry most of the things that I have inside the car and they go their way. So when I report to the police, the first thing they ask me where the things happen. So I refuse to show them that I have the record of everything. So at the end of the day, I bring out the things and I show them. And I say, these are the things that when they saw it, it's more easier. The thing becomes very easier for them to trace the people. And when they trace them, they bring it. The man was shocked.
Are you talking about your security gadgets?
Yes.
Okay, like what? They have the...
Okay, I have an ice glass.
Okay, spyglass.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I have a watch.
It does recording.
It does recording. It does picturing. It does voicing.
Okay.
And I have a wristwatch. It does the same thing. I have a pen. It does the same thing. I have the ring. It does the same thing.
Now the question is, how can you use these gadgets to fight corruption in the system?
But it's very, very easy.
Explain to our audience.
Yes. Now you can use these gadgets to fight corruption in the easy way. And let's assume somebody defraud you, whatever that you do when you have a track record of it. And if there is any foul play, the first thing they may ask you is just the evidence. And if you have the evidence, I think it cannot be denied. Whatever that I will do with a man, once I begin to sense you are not sincere, I just put everything on record. So once you come to deny what I say with you, all I need to do is just to play it off for you to hear it. And when you hear it, you can't deny it in their presence. Is it not your voice or is it not your picture? So I think when we do that, it's easier for agency to trace that particular person, even when the person is not present. It's more easier for them to trace the person. And once they punish the person, I think when they begin to punish them, I think the level of the corruption will reduce, because the person will be afraid when he comes to talk to you, will be afraid maybe you are recording him.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Now, we have several anti-graft agencies in Nigeria.
Yes.
Working to curb corruption in the system. One of them is the EFCC. Another one is the ICPC. We have several others. Now, are they winning this fight against corruption? That's the question.
Wow, that is a very good question. I think it's a question that I need to be very, very, very sensitive to it.
Okay.
Yes, there is some certain things you will say it outside the camera. There's some certain things you say it in the camera. But I thank God for this open flow for the viewer to understand very, very well. Actually, this agency, they are fighting the corruption. They are fighting the corruption. The truth of the matter, if you be in their shoe, you will know that really, really they are fighting the corruption. You know, I have one example. The first time I told somebody, I say, when you want to break the rock, when you carry the Monday hammer and you hit the rock will not break. The first time when you hit the rock does not mean that the rock does not have a crack inside. There is a crack inside of the rock, but it's not visible in the outside. When you keep knocking on it, it will reach a certain level that the rock will break. That means inside, when you are fighting corruption, it's not something that you will do today and you leave it. No, you continue. So actually, those people, those agencies, they are fighting corruption to their best ability.
All right. I understand the fact that they are fighting to the best of their ability. I understand that one very much.
Very well.
But what I'm saying is, are they winning this fight?
Yes, they are winning.
They are winning this
very,
fight.
very well. Very, very well. I have a reason why I say they are winning.
Yet, corruption is prevalent in this society.
Very well.
This is where to file in the case on the leadership. The electorate are the ones that will determine. Of course, yes, don't collect those things. But then the votes of the electorate don't count. Then there is virtually nothing the electorate can. Most of these policies are misplaced priorities. Some of the policies are based on
Well, viewer, in case you are just joining us, you are watching The Advocate, a program designed to deliberate on issues of anti-corruption and accountability in governance. This program is sponsored by the MacArthur Foundation and CTAD. On this note, I want to go over to members of the audience to see if they have a contribution to make. You tell us your name and then you ask your question.
Okay. Hello, viewers. My name is Janet Benjamin. My question goes like this. As a citizen of Nigeria, how can we contribute in fighting corruption in our country today?
That's very clear.
Very well.
What can the citizens do now to aid in fighting this corruption?
It's simple. What the citizen will do to fight the corruption, when you see something, you say something, and the EFCC will do something. So don't keep your mouth because somebody has given you money or something. No. When the person gives you money, is a clear indication to tell you that person is a defrauder. So all that you need to do is just to report it to the EFCC or to any
anti-graft agency.
Yes, then they can handle it. Can.
And then there's another point I should raise here. Are there no implications when somebody sees something and says something? Hope some people will not go after them.
This is a very good question. I'm expecting this question.
All right.
Yes, I'm expecting this question, and that is why I have some shocks so that I can answer it very well. I believe there is a consequences. Apart from that, I think there is a provision that the government have made. I think one time when they make a popular saying that when you see, you blow a whistle. Many people, they blow a lot of whistle. But many people, after blowing the whistle, they whistle them out from the track of life. So I think that thing has made a lot of people just to sit back, not to blow whistle again. I like my life. I don't want to blow whistle again, not because of anything, but because the government has not made provision for my safety. But there is an implication to that. But I believe, since I think one accident that happened one times like that, with somebody that blow whistle, government make provision for that.
For their security?
For the security.
Oh, great.
If you see something wrong, you report it. You can even explain to them, like the INEC chairman. I think, yes, INEC chairman. He says something after you finish. He says his life is in danger. No, it's a polar way of telling the government, I need more security because my life, somebody will come after my life. So I strongly believe that government has made provision for that. Definitely, there is the consequences. Nobody fight corruption not fighting back. When you fight it, it will fight you back. When you report me and you bring me down from where I am, I have to do everything within my power to fight you back.
That is human tendency.
Yes. So if that is the case, that is why the government came with a provision to make sure that you are safe.
and secured.
Very well.
Okay, good. So these anti-graft agencies, I know you are from the EFCC, but I want to generalize by saying the anti-graft agencies have impediments. They have challenges.
Yes.
We want to know what these challenges are and how it is affecting the fight against corruption.
Really, the challenges they're having, I think, yes, there's the challenges.
Okay.
And I think some of the things that are affecting the work. You know, sometimes when you give a man a work, you give him free hand. You give him free hand. It means even when you are the one that do the wrong thing, you have given the man go ahead to punish you for that. So I think if I will talk about some of the factors that are affecting the EFCC,
And other anti-graft agencies.
yes, and other these things, I think one of the things is politics.
Okay.
Politics. Politicians have developed a wings in the sense that they can insert into this kind of agency in order to pollute their mind. You will discover that the agency will have a meeting concerning some certain things, but you hear the thing outside. You keep wondering. We discussed this inside our room, but we had it at the top of the roof. What happened? One among them sell them out, and when you follow the root of it, you will discover that politicians have polluted his heart. So I think politics is playing some of the things. There is some works, or let me say, agency work that politics is not supposed to be played there, because it's very, very wrong to play politics in those kind of things. You're endangering life, and you are not helping the work. And secondly, if there is enough equipment, enough gadgets for them to do this work, I think they can do it perfectly. The reason why American today, the world has seen them as a strong of the nation, not because of anything, because they think rationally. Apart from that, they have the equipment. When they give you work, they empower you. Do it well. Even when I'm the one that do the wrong thing, don't spare me. Beat me well. But in Nigeria, do to them, don't do to me. So I think one of the problems we are facing like this, if everybody will comes to board, anybody that make a mistake or anybody that done the wrong things should be punished. I think will not be a problem. I think I have one problem with one of the statements that one of the party chairman he said when you do a wrong thing and you run to us, your sin has been forgiven. That is very wrong. Even when you said it, not no, you said it within your people, not to say it that everybody in the world can hear and say it. So the man was trying to say that I am above the law. If you come around me, you are above the law, which is, I know, is very, very wrong, which I know that one day he will plead with Nigeria concerning that kind of statement.
Thank you.
This is where to file in the case on the leadership. The electorate. The electorates are the ones that will determine. Of course, yes, don't collect those things. But then the votes of the electorate don't count. Then there is virtually nothing the electorate. Most of these policies are misplaced priorities. Some of the policies are based on
Well, viewer, in case you're just joining us, the program is The Advocate. And on The Advocate today, my guest has been doing justice to the topic, the fight against corruption. Sir, you see, there are countries in this world that are advanced in terms of technology and economic development. The reason for this is simple. Taking China, I always make example with China, because they don't spare corrupt people at all. They even go to the extreme of having corrupt people killed. I am not advocating that in the Nigerian situation. I'm not doing that actually. But the truth is, we need to have a corrupt-free society to advance in what we are doing. Now, this fight against corruption, if it is not won, we may not be able to attain that goal that we seek.
Very well.
Now, can the fight against corruption be won in all sincerity?
Yes, I think my answer is perfectly yes.
It can be won.
Yes, it can be won.
In Nigeria?
In Nigeria, very, very well. If everybody knows his responsibility and comes together and we fight the corruption. Corruption is not something that is from us. Or let me say, it's not part of us. We just inherit it. And with something that you inherit, it means you can drop it at any time. But when you inherit it and you make it become part of your life, you see like you can do without it. No, corruption is not part of us. Okay, look at like Ghana here. We have better chance in this life than Ghana. Better chance. When you look at Ghana before, when there is a mess everywhere, the people sit down and put their brain to work. They put their brain to work. Today, even Ghana, to go to Ghana here, the kind of procedure they will give you as if you're going to UK. And some of the people, instead of Ghana to come and beg food from us, beg employment from us, we are the one now running to them. I just had recent now they deploy how many people, they beat hell out of them before they deploy them. This is very, very wrong. There is no way a child can be older than the father. There is no way. We are older than Ghana in everything. But because two things is happening in Nigeria: tribalism and religions. If these two things we can bury them, everybody will face his work. I think this work will be done perfectly. So fighting corruption in Nigeria can be won if we can be sincere to ourselves, and everybody will come to the drawing board and we start all over from the beginning. There is nothing wrong to start all over from the beginning.
All right. So, having said everything you've said so far, I'm interested now in knowing what your advice would be to the government, people in government, to the anti-graft agencies fighting corruption, and to members of the public.
Yes, it's a very nice one. My advice to these three set of people: number one, the government. Let the government play their parts. A good father set an example. A good father, when he set the rules, he watch not to break. Nobody break the principle and have the result. So as a father, government as a father of the nation, I think they have to be fair to themselves. Many people, they lost their position of integrity, not because of anything, but because they are not stick to their word. Fathers sticks to their word. So we are looking up to government. When they say things, let them stay on it. Let them build on it. I think my advice to them is that let them focus on their work. And the second set of the people are
the anti-graft agencies.
Yes. I think my advice to them is that let them do their best. Let them do their best. The work they are doing is not only for their family or anywhere. No, they are sacrificing to their country. And I think it's a noble, well done work they are doing. So I want to advise to them, let them not allow politics to play within the range of their work. No. And all politicians, or let me say this thing, a lot of people now, what is ringing in their mind after I finish school or before I finish school is politics. Nobody is thinking to go to business. You carry money, you give somebody, say, go and start a business. The next thing he will tell you a story that you have never heard in this world. All that he's thinking is how to get to politics. And all that is ringing in his mind, how will I get money, how to build a house, buy a car, and fly abroad. So I think my advice to agency, please let them play their role. Let them play their role. They have the guidelines, they have the rules and regulation. Let them play their role. Let them not allow anybody to intercept to their activities in the times of politics and other things. And to the public, I really want to say we are doing a good job, but we are not fair to ourselves. We are doing a good job, but we are not fair to ourselves. The reason why I say that is that when we see things, we don't need to cover it up. No.
Even if it's your brother.
Even when it is your brother, the best way to make yourself clean is when your son is wrong. You carry him by the hand. You took him to police station. He said, this is what my son is doing. He came to the house with the money, and I don't know the source of the money. Please investigate it. I think if the father can do that, that father can be trusted.
It used to be like that in those days. I don't know.
Yes, in those days, those sure things can happen. But in these days, in fact, it's the father that even manipulate the child to go and steal. When the child come with the money, nobody bother to ask him, where do you get this money? We say, oh, my son, God is blessing you. Since then, I'm seeing the greatness in your life. That is very wrong as a father. So as a public, please, when you say things, and there is a body called the agency, they will do something.
I want to say a very big thank you to you.
Thank you very much,
You've been wonderful so far. I appreciate your coming and your contribution. And to members of the audience, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you being here, and then I look forward to seeing you some other time. Well, viewer, that is the much we can take on the program The Advocate for this week. If you've had a great time watching us, then you can keep a date, same time, same station next week for another wonderful episode. Thank you.